Volume's gonna be, so you guys are gonna have to let me know. But hello! Hopefully I have the right mic on. If not, let me know. It's been a while since I've streamed. Hello, hello. Am I crusty sounding? Can people let me know? Am I on the right mic? Volume's fine on my end, by the way. Okay, thank you for letting me know, Detective Pikachu. Okay, so I'm a little bit unsure on what exactly I want to draw, because I'm kind of like in between two ideas. Actually, one second. I need to find my Apple Pencil. Volume is fine. Okay, sounds good. Thank you. You're good. Thank you. Yeah, welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. How are you doing? I'm doing good. I feel like I've caught up on majority of the stuff that I needed to do for the past 2 months. So I feel more free. I can hear you perfectly. Sounds good. So I'm thinking either we do with Hat Atelier fan art, because I kind of want to draw Keyfree, or I want to draw fan art of my friend who's a VTuber. Because she has such a cute design, and I kind of want to draw her a gift. Maybe we'll start off with that. We'll see how it goes. If I dislike it, we'll switch gears. Because I think it should be okay. She technically... Wait, actually... Maybe I should get her permission first. Maybe we won't do that. Maybe we'll do a Hat Atelier today, or doodling. Because I'm gonna confirm with her if it's okay for me to draw fan art for her for a stream. Actually, maybe I'll message her right now. Can we see the design? Let me confirm first, because like I technically said I would wait until technically she debuts, but she's been posting stuff to her socials, so I don't know if it counts as like... Let me check. I'm gonna actually message her right now. I don't know if she'll get back to me during the stream. If she does, we'll switch gears, but maybe we'll do Keyfree in the meantime. So Let me see where she is. Because this is like a mutual of mine that I met through another friend. But she has such a cute design. So let me see where her thing is. But let me know what you guys are up to. What are you guys drawing? If you're drawing along, if you're just hanging out, let me know. Just give me 1 second while I message her, because maybe if they get back to me in time, we'll switch gears. Watching from the hospital. I hope you're doing well, though. Started watching Hat Atelier recently, and I started in some fan art for it, but I'm taking a small break from it to work on OC Reps for Art Fight. That's true. Art Fight's coming up, which is very exciting. Are you guys gonna be participating in Art Fight this year? Rin, who do you main in Genshin? Right now it's Nuvalet is like my main DPS. I would say like either Ito, Ayato, who else is there? I'm kind of blanking. I don't play Genshin as like frequently, hence why there's kind of like a dip in, or like a lull in fan art for both Star Rail and Genshin. It's just too much to keep up with, honestly. Starting some warm-ups. Got this new Procreate brush that's a game changer. Awesome! That's exciting though. Busy with college and you're graduating next month? Congrats! And hopefully exam season is gonna be treating you well. Team reveals. It's the... I forget. It's like an anniversary or something for Art Fight, right? I forget what the year is, but they're doing something special, I think? Okay, let me finish messaging her and then I will get to drawing. give me like 1 minute. Okay, I messaged her. We'll see what happens. So for now, maybe we'll just doodle key free. Wow. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. How long have you been drawing for? Oof. It's been like 16 years? A long, long time. Hello, Alicia. Welcome. Hatsune Miku, cute. Did you watch the new episode of Witch? Wait, when does Hat Atelier update? Is it not Monday? Am I crazy? Is episode 3 already out? I see Whoa, 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 whoa. I forgot that was visible. Good eye though. 16 years is crazy. I'm old, guys. 1 and 2? Yeah, I did! I was so excited. Also, I don't know why this never came across like tweets or like anything that I've been looking online. There's something called, like it's a spin-off series of Hat Atelier called Hat Atelier, or no, Hat Kitchen? Or is it Hat Atelier Kitchen? Which is like a spin-off of basically Keyfree and Olrugio cooking for the girls, and it's so cute! Ended up buying all 5 volumes. Avert your eyes for like 2 seconds. What nationality are you from? Nationality, I'm Canadian. What did you scroll? Nothing, y'all didn't see you didn't see anything. Super cute. The thing is, it's like I bought the volumes and I'm chipping away at them like every night so far, but oh my lord. Like even though I think the art is not by Shirahama, she did contribute to the spin-off, and it's another artist that did the art and like some of the writing or whatever. Super cute though. I think we're doing, let's see. Try to tell fan art. I need to put my keyboard in a better spot, but for now it's okay. Is my... Wait a second. I just realized, I think... There we go. I was like, why was it so zoomed in? That's crazy. Another reference sheet video? Probably. There's like some of my OCs that I would like to redo their reference sheets, or even... What is it called? My other two OCs? So it'll be like Akemi's siblings that I want to do reference sheets eventually. I just haven't worked on them like in a while, so it's been a little bit since then. We're taking a 3D modeling class and started modeling your OCs for your game, but I probably need to get a new laptop because I have a Mac Air and it's not a lot of storage and have to download. I'm sure a 3D modeling program is probably very heavy on your laptop, so hopefully it doesn't chug too much. I'm like thinking, do we want to do like a sketch page or do we want to do like a full-blown like illustration? Because I also have these like old doodles. They're not even that old. The ones that I didn't really like for the video that I ended up doing for these ones. Hello Emisa, welcome. And hello RT. I know you were here earlier, but saying hi and hello. You're low-key old since you turned 20 tomorrow. Excuse me, 20 is young. Technically, I don't consider myself old, technically. I feel like people who are like, you know, there's like a threshold where I consider still young-ish. I think it's to like teenagers I would be considered old, you know? It's okay. Me and my friends always joke that we're old. It's fine. But I'm the eldest out of my friends right now because my birthday is the earliest. Like among the people who are the same age as me, I mean. I kind of want to do like Hanahaki disease aesthetic, but make it key-free. Because like if you know, you know, otherwise it's just gonna be pretty art key-free. I wanted to say thank you so much for drawing my OC friend. Oh, no worries! Thank you for submitting your OCs. I'm gonna go back to doing those again this month, hopefully. Thing called Unk by your friends, so you don't know? Well, I mean, it's like... people joke about age. What time is it in your place? It's morning here? Right now it's 6 p.m. 6 in the evening. Just gonna lower my stand so that we can draw a little bit more comfortably. How do I want to pose him though? Like I can make this depressing real fast. For this piece, it's okay. We'll see. I might stick with it, I might not. Because if not, I'll just change it into a doodling session. Because I haven't drawn anything today, so we're gonna have to warm up a little bit for now. But also, if you guys are familiar with Hat Atelier, please don't say any spoilers, by the way. I want people to have like a fresh experience with the series. Or like, just in general, like etiquette about talking about spoilers is, you know, just be a little wary. What do you usually do if you have an art block? I think the number one thing for art block, if you can, is just take a break. Like, step away from what you're drawing, or if you're forcing yourself to draw, whatever, just take a break. Because I would say usually burnout a lot of the time is caused by either too much exposure to, I feel like, what you're doing, and or feeling like you're stuck because maybe how do I explain it? Taking a break so you can take a step back, because oftentimes, because you're stuck into the task that you're working on, oftentimes you're kind of like almost like tunnel visioning yourself into like one area, which might make you frustrated. Otherwise, my suggestion, which is like what I typically like to do, is just switching things up. So changing mediums, changing subject, drawing, whatever, or doing a different activity, anything like that, that kind of like refresh your mind or refresh your brain. Because I don't experience art block per se too often. Art burnout a little bit rather than art block. But it kind of goes like either way for me. It's either I need to do something completely different, so like I said, changing the medium, but like still staying in the realm of drawing for me, or going the opposite way where I have to do is like work on something that's like completely familiar with myself, because maybe I just need a little bit of that confident boost. We're gonna see if I can even draw key free. Let me pull up a reference real quick. But I'm hoping after today, might be a little bit of an outlier, but I want to be able to stream more frequently again. Slightly more consistently. I can't like 100% guarantee. But hopefully. Draws, welcome. Used acrylic markers for the first time today, and I've been thinking of how you used them to help me color with my drawing, and it turned out really well. I love it, thank you. Aw, that's so sweet. And I'm glad you're liking the acrylic markers. Acrylic markers are always fun to use. I'm always very intimidated when using them, so I definitely stick with more like cell shading, if anything. I'm a little bit more like pained. Oh, We'll see if I even like what I'm gonna attempt to draw. Hey Gaocon, welcome. Wish I bring like what is it called? Came prepared with something to draw today so that we could focus maybe on coloring and rendering. I feel like sketching is like hit or miss for me. Like I said, because I haven't drawn anything today. It's gonna take me a while to warm up. Do you know Supernatural? I think I had friends who were into it. Because my friends were like big on kind of like, I guess, Tumblr culture when growing up. And I feel like Supernatural is kind of like one of those ones that hit real big and kind of like the Tumblr fandoms. I should do hands on a separate layer so I can move them. Because I kind of want him to be more like, how do I want to, my brain, I feel like it's buffering today. Like it's not pained in that way, I guess. It's in this way. Line art. Dark Moon anime. I don't think I know that one. Go into art without an idea, not even anything for thumbnails. It makes it hard though. I feel like it's good if you're just like wanting to just create without restriction, I guess, because you can kind of do whatever you want that way, right? But if you're working on, let's say, an illustration or like something a little bit more specific, planning is good. Depending on your process. Like, I'm sure not everyone does the same thing, because some people might, instead of like actual planning it out, kind of like step by step, you might want to just continuously doodle and sketch to see where it lands you. So I think there's nothing wrong with that. So I don't know if I want to include his glasses or not. We'll see. Also, kind of like off topic a little bit. It'll be like a trial and error. I don't know if I'm gonna do it this weekend. I bought a capture card, so maybe I can stream a little bit of Poptopia from time to time, and maybe you guys can help me build some of my areas. I just need to see if it actually works, because I have not tested it since getting it. But I've put too many hours into Poptopia than what I would like to admit, I guess. Oh, I thought Supernatural ended. Interesting. Supernatural's the reason we have AO3? Really? That's crazy. This is technically my first time I have like my actual own like gaming console. I've always had like my own handheld growing up, but the gaming consoles are typically my brother's. I don't know, I think this is a little bit too long. I don't think I've really drawn Keyfree without his hat, so I'm gonna struggle drawing his hair a little bit. It's kind of just fluffy for the most part. Poptopia stream. One day, hopefully. As long as I can get it to work, I would love to take you guys along with me. Because I find Poptopia so charming and cute, but I feel like for people watching, it might be just like a cozy, chill game, which is kind of nice. Hello, RTK2P. Welcome. Your videos are so relaxing to watch. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed that Poptopia is like switched to exclusive, because it would be great if more people could play the game. Because genuinely, it's so fun. It's been a while since I've been like so hooked onto like a console game, I guess. Pokemon ZA was like, it was fine. I liked it a lot, but it didn't hook me in the same way, I guess, where it's giving me like brain rot, low-key. So all I can think about sometimes is just Hat Atelier and Poptopia. Cozy gamer Rin streamer. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves, okay? I don't even know if it's gonna even work out. Poptopia? It's a Pokemon game. It's the new one for the Switch too. So basically you play as a Ditto character and try to rebuild the Pokemon world, basically. So you get to meet new Pokemon friends, make their habitats, kind of fix the world a little bit by bit. So I might end up scrapping this at some point if I don't really like it in the end, but we're just gonna work on this for now. Because I've doodled Keyfree quite a bit in my sketchbook, alongside with like Orudio, but I haven't really done any like illustrations per se of them, other than very small drawings for the 6 fan art challenge, I guess. Ah, Poke MMO. I know there's Pokemon Championships or something called, like something of that sort, right? And then there's that other one that's kind of like, looks like League. Your OC and your username? OC, it depends on which one you mean. Username? Rin is from Rin Kagamine, so like Vocaloid, because me and my friends made our first DeviantArt accounts based off of, like, our usernames, I guess, were based off of Vocaloid themes. And then In Spirit is technically the fan name, or like the fandom name for the K-pop group Infinite, because that used to be like my #1 top group. And they're kind of like in the 2.5 realm of K-pop groups, I guess. Kind of very active around 2010 to 2014, I guess. Maybe it's up until like 2016-ish, or 2015, because I think 2015 might be when Gen 3 technically starts, but that is kind of the reason why. And art, because initially, I think when Instagram was a thing, starting out, there was like only some art accounts. A lot of people used it for like general photos and stuff, so I wanted to make myself more like, hey, I'm an art account, so I always put the _art. I wish I had like a cuter username, but I do like Rin Spirit still. Just from the general origins of it, I guess. Hello Harriet, welcome. Hello Moonshido, welcome as well. First time catching you on stream. Wanted to say thank you for all of the art vids. They're inspiring and helpful, and nice to have in the background drawing, and they're very pretty. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Poptopia is to me like Animal Crossing mixed with Minecraft from what I've seen so far. I guess in like very basic terms, I guess that would be the closest to games that people are most familiar with. Because I think technically it would have been, what is that game called? Wow, my brain is literally blanking. It's like that Akira Toriyama game. I forget what it's called. My brain. Why is it blanking? Dragon Quest! There we go. Dragon Quest Builders is technically the closest to what I could say Poptopia is, because Dragon Quest Builders is basically the same developers, right, for Poptopia. Yeah, I feel like after you've had a username for so long, it'd be kind of strange to change it like suddenly, I guess. Unless like, you make a whole new account, I guess. Which I've seen a lot of people do as well. I find it funny that I was typing out a message about Hat Atelier. That the stream was talking about Hat Atelier, and then I get an ad for some sort of anime piracy site featuring Hat Atelier. That's crazy. Getting bombarded by it. Yeah, some people probably would like to use something different on everything, but because like I don't have I guess like any strong affiliation with like anything else, I feel like that I could think of, even if I wanted to make a new username, I can't really think of anything that I want to make it based off of, if that makes sense. Unless it was like plant related. And besides, I think it's kind of funny that a lot of people don't know the combination of stuff in my name. I guess because it was very much like of the time that it was in. It's always fun to learn about the origins of usernames. Yeah, I always find it funny that there is like a lot of counts, especially like on Twitter, where it's like almost it feels like a keyboard smash, because it's like random letters, or at least it seems random to us, right? And then like 9 numbers at the end, which seem all random as well. And I'm like, how do you guys remember your usernames? I I'm sure maybe it has like some significance to them, but I feel like a lot of those goated artists have like the very obscured usernames. So I'm like, how do I even find or search their handle if you don't remember like the random assortment of letters and numbers together? Thank you for hanging out, Punky Barnes. Have fun at college. Instagram jumped me with Hat Atelier memes not too long after I finished episode 1, and some of them are funny, not gonna lie. I feel like it had such a explosive start, because Hat Atelier fans I feel like are very passionate about Hat Atelier, which is really nice. So I see a lot of like, what is it called? I see a lot of like the memes and spoilers, unfortunately, for people who might not have been into Hat Atelier. Because it's kind of hard to avoid spoilers when something is so, what feels like very rampant in the social media space. Had a chatter of mine ask about the meaning of my user. I felt silly explaining it. Now I'm curious about yours, Egaokon. If yours has like a very specific meaning. If you're comfortable sharing, of course. This is out of topic, but I coincidentally saw an older stream of Alban Knox playing Tears of Themis, and I thought of your channel. He was so happy and energetic. I can see why you enjoy those streams. Alban is so... I feel like he has so much like empathy, which I really like. So no matter what game he's playing, like whether or not it's a sillier game, he has like a lot of fun. It's a bit more jumpy when it comes to like a scary game, or I forget which game he played, not recently because he's kind of been super busy, but it made me cry so much. And it didn't help because he was also crying. So yeah, he's a very fun streamer. I feel like he's also very easy to watch if you don't mind that he does go a little crazy at times. JP and KR artists with the numeric keys. That's what I'm saying! And hello, Non! Welcome, welcome. Abanyan. Yeah! I do miss him though. Wait, sub or dub? I watch sub. Because I'm a fan of Hanae Natsuki as well as Yuichi Nakamura, so I wanted to watch the sub. Though I've heard wonderful things about the dub, and I know some people prefer Kiefer's voice actor because his voice is more deeper sounding, more like mature, deeper, calm kind of voice type, I guess. Hanae Natsuki has a little bit more of like a higher voice, but that's kind of like how I pictured Kiefer. I didn't imagine him to have like the very sophisticated voice for some reason. At least like for my own headcanon. It's really hard to avoid spoilers when SBR came out. SBR? Why can my brain not think about what's the acronym for? Oh, Lavish, welcome. I made up my username when I was about 8, shortly after I got my Nintendo Switch, and it's kind of a female version of Xavier. Because it was a name that I liked at the time. It's pronounced Xavier? Oh, Xavier. Ah. That's cool though. I do like when people have like a bit of like a deviation, you know? Makes things a little bit unpredictable that way. Ah, ego! Ah, the Japanese word for smile. And con is complex, a strong like of something. It just means I want to make people smile. That's cute. That's super cute. Just curious, how many chapters for Hat Atelier? 95 just came out for English translation. And it's still ongoing. So it's like if you're looking for something that's like complete, that's not the manga to read. I love your VTuber model and voice. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I do like the voice casting from what I heard from snippets of the dub though. I'm just a fan of like certain seiyus. So I am a little bit more biased to watching the sub. But I'm glad the dub seems very promising. Let me think this through. Maybe I should have just done doodling. I'm watching the sub of Hat Atelier also, mostly because I like the anime openings better in Japanese than the English. Learned that the hard. I feel like, unless it was dubbed, I think for kids, like the classic ones, I don't think anime typically get their own opening. I might be wrong, but it might depend on the country. But a lot of the ones that are even dubbed, I think they still get the same opening. Doodling. Doodling is more freeing, you know? I think it's because I have an idea of what I want to do. But I think I need more planning to figure this out. And I don't know if I'm up to do it on stream, so maybe we'll switch to doodling. Oops, let's not break his finger. You guys might hear my phone every so often. I keep forgetting to turn it off from vibrate. Oh, my friend actually might give me the okay to draw your VTuber on stream. Let me check. Okay, we'll see how far I'll get with key free and then maybe we'll switch gears. In 1 second. Sorry. Okay. Zave yet? Instead of... I'm so bad of like putting inflections or like more prominent on certain... Is it just inflections, I guess? For names and words like that? So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to say it super correctly. Apologies about that. Oh, Twisted Wonderland dub, the voices just were not correct to the characters to me, unlike the sub. The sub, at least from what I think people told me the last time I streamed, seems like there's a lot of like overlapping seiyus that I knew. So if I were to watch it, I'd probably also stick with the Japanese. It's just sometimes the directions for certain... What the hell is happening to this hand? Sometimes the direction for dubs, right? They're just not great. And it's not the voice actor's fault, right? Because obviously they're going to be listening to some sort of voice actor director. I don't think I know what. Oh, Steel Ball Run. I don't think I know what that is though. Yeah, I know a lot of people do also like Hanai and Natsuki. I just remember when the Dark anime was released around January because I was also excited to watch it with subbed or dubbed. I like being able to have the option to. I feel like when I do watch anime typically, it's more or less to relax, so I put my full attention to it. And because of that, I'm okay with being able to, like, you know, read the subs. But oftentimes if I'm not paying attention to the screen, because obviously I don't have a full understanding of Japanese to any degree, very minimal, I would have to always look at the screen, so dub would be best in that case. But the only dub I think I listen to that's like frequent is Lucky Star. That one I do like the dub for a lot. I don't know if it's because I watched the dub first before watching the sub version when I was younger. But that one's always funny to listen to in the background. Some art you just need full brain power for. Talking while drawing is so hard. I feel like that's why my brain feel like it's buffering a lot from time to time. That art's also these headphones. Maybe I should switch to something else so I can hear myself. Most people don't say my username right now. I apologize. Name brush? I'm using the Sketch Round from Jing Sketches' brush set. It's basically, I think in the basic 10 set that they have, you can get the Sketch Round, I believe, and maybe the Sharp Render. So I highly recommend checking out their free brushes if you don't want to pay money for their full packs. Will this stream be available once you're done for rewatch? Yeah, I usually keep the VODs for my streams up. Any of my past ones should be still up as well. Ah, Steel Ball Run is the new anime season from JoJo. Ah, okay. Ah. That makes a lot more sense. And I would see why you guys would have to abbreviate it, because you don't want to say the entire thing for JoJo's, I'm assuming. Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh! And the first part of Naruto? Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh! I think, like, during my childhood at least, 4Kids dubs were, like, very, very popular. So I've also been more exposed to, like, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! I think there was Digimon for some stuff. I don't know if that was 4Kids per se, for Digimon. But, like, things like Beyblade, all those ones. Beatamon. Are you gonna do more live streams? I'm hoping to. I like being able to draw along with you guys, but I might see if I can get some pieces like moving along, and maybe we can do like a little series or something so that we always have something to work on. Oops, did I switch brushes? What the heck? I've never seen this brush before. Jeebus, take the wheel pencil. But I think it'll be fun to work on a series so that I would also have something to work on like consistently. And then I wouldn't have to do too much like guesswork while drawing on the spot, if that makes sense. Unless I'm doing either like requests or I'm doing like a doodle stream. Or, I want to do more traditional art streams as well, so that's something I would like to do eventually. 4Kids is the least funny. The butchering of translations now. I've seen that, right? Like, not even just for the English dub, I feel like. There's like other problems with translations for other languages, right? Even for games, I was seeing some stuff about like localization versus like direct translation. There's so many good shows as a kid, like Avatar: The Last Airbender. I love Avatar, One Piece, and Dragon Ball. I never saw like One Piece, and I never grew up with Dragon Ball. It's the same thing as like a lot of my friends grew up with watching Sailor Moon or Cardcaptor. I never did. It kind of just passed me. I think the only kind of like magical girl adjacent show was one of the Pretty Cure anime, as well as what is it called? Mermaid Melody? That was like my childhood. Yeah, I feel like I haven't explored a lot of the brushes in that pack, so I never knew there was one called Jeeves Take the Wheel. Zuko with long hair. That's true. I did see some like new news for Avatar recently. I forget what it was for. Was it for the movie? Actually, maybe I want him gripping the other hand, so I should put these two close together. My brain for hands. I hate drawing hands. But maybe we'll sketch Keyfree, we'll see how it goes, and then maybe we'll switch gears and draw my friend a little gift. Because I have a very cute VTuber design. Dark Moon the Blood Altar is a webtoon series made by a K-pop group and into an anime, basically supernatural vampires and werewolves. By a K-pop group. I forget! I'm trying to remember. It's a boy group, right? I'm assuming? I forget. There was a K-pop group I remember having their own webtoon, so I'm blanking on the name. Brock from Pokemon. The thing is, yeah, 4Kids dub, it was funny. Some of their humor is, yeah. Very punny, I guess. Enhypen. See, the problem is I was gonna feel very stupid because I was like, is it Stray Kids? Is it ATEEZ? Is it Enhypen? I didn't wanna be incorrect. But that makes sense. I remember seeing stuff about it, which I think is very cool for like a concept to have your own webtoon like that. Oh, and Team also had one? Wait, is this like a common thing now? Yeah, I did ask you guys for, like earlier on, but because I was messaging my friend about having permission to draw their stuff on stream, I kind of missed it. Are you guys participating in Art Fight this year? The Seraphim and I forget how to say their name. It's Islet? I want to say Illit every time, but I think it's Islet, right? The characters in the original Pokemon are hilarious. The fact that there's so many good roasts is crazy. It just feels very nostalgic for me, so I've always liked the Pokemon dub. Bruce Lee? I actually don't think I've ever watched the Bruce Lee movie, unless it had like Jackie Chan, because I've watched all, I think, or at least the majority of Jackie Chan movies from like the old times, because obviously my parents were a fan of his stuff. There was like another kind of like Hong Kong action star. I forget what his name. I think it might be like Sam something, maybe. I could be wrong. But there was like a movie that I really liked for like one specific scene. It had like a very catchy tune, but I forget the movie's name and I low-key want to rewatch it. Maybe have a better understanding than I did as a kid. I guess it does feel like it's kind of like comeback season right now, right? For groups. I'm super excited for Plave though. There's like 2 songs specifically on their highlight that I really like. Bruce Lee movies are entertaining, definitely worth a watch. Maybe if I find time, maybe I'll see if I can find some of the movies. Nan! Please! Look in the Plave. I feel like you at least... No, I feel like you like a lot of the members. Please. I feel like it's very easy, like, because I know you're a fan of VTubers, I feel like Plave is a very easy one. And they're a little bit more like... Actually, I don't know, are you a K-pop fan? Because if you're more into like 2nd gen, early 3rd gen music, I feel like Plave kind of hits that sweet spot. Yeah, you can do traditional art for Art Fight as well. Pretty much like any level of art you can do for Art Fight, as long as you follow their rules and respect people's like boundaries and their preferences and stuff. You're a-okay to join. Basically, all you need to do is like be willing to draw people's OCs and have people draw your OCs. Kind of thing. It's like a gigantic art trade game and it's very fun. I wanna do as many as I can next time. I guess I was gonna say next year, but it's this year. Almost done with the full body sketch. After that's done, I'll start line art and then add flats with a little bit of shading. Ooh, fun. You actually know nothing about K-pop? That is a-okay. Even if you just listen to Plave's Japanese mini album, perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Hide and Seek is such a... or Kakurenbo? Is that what it is? I might be getting the names mixed up. I think it's like hide and seek or something in Japanese. It's such a good song. I think you'll like it. I don't know your taste in music, so I wouldn't know. You're a multi-stan? I'm normal, yeah. I was like, oof, back in my youth, which sounds bad. I was fan of so many groups and too up to date with so much of like the K-pop news. It was kind of crazy. Like my friends could ask me anything about like any group and I would know the news about them. Like new song, if someone's like in a drama, if there was like a scandal. I was too online. But ever since like I've backed out of standing so many groups like so religiously and only having like one or two, it's much more freeing for me. Then I can just casually listen to music, you know? They're also a very funny group, Plave. With their model glitches in the past and like them fooling around, their superpowers, all that stuff. But also their most recent comeback right now, I like the concept for. Like I'm glad they're continuing with their little storyline that they have. There's so much going on with this year for K-pop. I feel like just in general, there's been a lot going on, which is low-key very, very overwhelming. You want to draw Selwyn? He's so... Oh, thank you. Thank you. I haven't drawn Selwyn in a bit. I feel like I'm also deprived of drawing him. I've drawn Masaki and Kaisen more recently, and anyone who took a glimpse of my gallery would have saw Kaisen already, but you know, it's okay. You guys will see it tomorrow for sure. I'm going to see if I can add... I don't know if I'll add my persona into art fights, but I want to add 2 more OCs into art fights, and I think that might just be it. Because I feel like I'm more compelled to draw people's OCs rather than receiving art, so I don't know how much I'll be updating my own OCs. I don't really understand Plave. Is it like virtual singers or something? Kind of. If you know the concept of like VTubers, like aka what I'm doing right now, think about that but more in a 3D-ish sense. So they have 3D models, but there's real live singers and performers, I guess, singer and performers, like K-pop idols behind the people that are using like the models for Plave, if that makes sense. It's kind of having like their own VTuber model persona. But all of them are super talented. And I'm super glad they were formed, because their music is so up my alley. But they're like virtual idols, technically. I feel like there's a lot more virtual idols for the K-pop space right now. And I don't know how taboo it is to talk about like the person behind the model. I know Plave is a no-go, but I don't know why I keep seeing news about this one group about being... It's a girl group. Basically, I think it's like ex girl group idols. But one of them was one of my biases from a different group, so I wanna support them. You're right. Alicia. Summon when you hear Kaisen. Kaisen's my favorite to pick on, unfortunately, but you know, it's okay. He deserves it. I need to think of flowers I want to do for Keyfree. I might flesh out his hair a bit more because I want it fluffier. If not, maybe I'll save the flowers for later and we'll draw my friend's VTuber model. Maybe I'll do a part 2. I don't think I'm streaming tomorrow. Maybe on Sunday. Unless I do Saturday night as like a game testing stream so I can play Poptopia with you guys. You guys can help me make everything pink and blue in my Poptopia world. Idol group? OC's into art fight as well as my OC pirate crew. That sounds nice. So many OCs. Alicia, you draw so fast. I'm always shocked. You draw so much fan art, but you also draw so much for your OCs. I love that you put Kaisen in silly situations. He's so adorable. Reminds me of how the members are in Trickstar to Hokuto. Hokuto is my favorite out of the Trickstar boys, to be honest. I love a more serious, I don't even know if is it considered serious characters? More stern, like the straight man of the group, being put into silly situations that in turn makes them kind of silly, you know? That is like one of the things I like. Maybe it's because I consider that low-key like Gap Moe-ish. Them being flustered or like being put into silly situations. OC brain rot got too strong. Rendering Coco from Witch Hat. I love how much people love Coco. It makes me so happy. And also as well as just like all the girls in general. What's the name of the character? Ooh, I forgot. This is key-free. Oops, that does not look like an R. This is key-free. And he's from Witch Hat Atelier. But, let's switch gears, I think, because I'm gonna see if I can figure out what flowers I want to give him. Do I want to make him look like he's crying? Is that too sad? So initially I was gonna make him look more pained, and I don't know if I want to go that route. Also, talking about like stern characters or like more straight man, kind of more serious-esque characters. Well, Rugio from Witch Hat Atelier. I find him so, like, silly. But he's probably my favorite. He's a little tsundere-ish. This is gonna be yeah, I wanted to do Hanahaki. I might make the flowers also bleed from his eye, but mostly, you know, we're spilling out from here, most likely. Because I've done Hanahaki before, but it's been a while. It's definitely one of my favorite, what you can call it. It's not exactly like a medical thing per se, but it is for like unrequited love, technically, right? Yeah, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. Hokuto is cute. He seems less annoyed than many characters from that trope. Yeah, Hokuto is a little bit more like understanding with their shenanigans, which I like. Some people are a little bit too much like, won't budge, a little bit more of a hard ass. I do like Hokuto. Very Emily imagery. We'll see what we'll do with this. I don't know if I'll keep it. That's the thing, I do like angst. I don't know why, but I do like angst. Just register for art fight, yay. I'm glad. Join. A straight man? No. Look. I don't think I've really talked about like BL or yaoi that much on stream in general, because I'm not like full like consuming that medium. I'm all for it, but like I'm not super hardcore, you know what I mean? But I'm aware of this man, as well as Orugyo. Straight man as in like in a comedy duo, right? The straight man typically is the one that plays the more like not fooling around, kind of more serious, a stick in the mud type of character. Like in Gintama, if you guys know Gintama, Shinpachi is the straight man of the group, right? He's always dealing with the shenanigans of Gintoki as well as like Kagura. Angst, my beloved. It's okay, don't worry about it, we all do. Bogen Tsukiyomi? Or Tsukomi? Tsukomi. Bromance. Okay. Oh my lord. I need to talk about this a little bit, because like anyone who's into Witch Hat Atelier, I did not know about Witch Hat Atelier Kitchen. Okay? I thought people were just making a weird, like, code word for something every time they say kitchen. No. Okay? They're like house husbands. It's so cute. I'm gonna try to finish reading all the rest of the volumes at some point. I'm still on volume 2 of 5 for that, because it's such a cute spin-off. It's gonna drive me nuts. They're her roommates. Are they a couple or just a ship? Technically a ship. Technically a ship. Because he's so house husband core with Orugyo. Like, it drives me up the wall how sweet they are. Oh, BL and Gintama, that fandom, holy moly. I was never really into the Gintama fandom, so I actually don't know. Was it like a feral fandom? I'm assuming it's Gintoki and Hijikata? I actually don't know that many ships from that one, to be honest. Creative creature, welcome. Doing the cleaning chores. It's like a cooking spin-off. It's super cute. Like they're always like, oh, blank is so busy, I'm going to be the one who cooks, or like, oh, this person cooked me dinner or whatever. Like the girls and me. Okay, maybe we'll draw fan art for my friend, I think, is what we're gonna do. I don't know what this canvas was for, but we can use this one instead. So let me open up my references, because I think I have her model on my phone somewhere. Should I watch Witch Hat Atelier? Is it good? I would suggest reading up the synopsis. I feel like so many people were, I don't know how, blindsided with the concept of Witch Hat Atelier somehow. Excuse me. Like they went in completely blind, which there's no problem, but I've seen so many people be like, oh, I'm disappointed because it's not like a slice of like cute anime about just witches or something. And I'm like, what were you expecting? Please read the synopsis. Let's see. Okay, I want to make sure I get her name right. Oops. Oh my lord. I need to put my keyboard in a better place. Like all my hands are just like, all my fingers are misaligned. We're switching gear. Oops. Give me 1 second, guys. Actually, Sorry. Clicking the starting soon screen was faster than me muting myself. Let's see. The serious but charming type and goofy, adorable types are my favorite kind of characters. Example, Ardam and Marius, Gojo, Varka, Kaya Flins, Saiki, Kuzuno, and Josuke from JoJo. Ardam is like my peak. Serious man, but like silly. Like he's not serious and mean. You know what I mean? Because that trope sometimes irks me, that if they're like inherently a little bit too mean and serious, that I'm like, I don't know. Some tsundere like tendencies for characters, I'm like, I don't know. Like, you can also just not be mean, you know? But I think it's because I typically like sweeter characters. But Ardam is like serious but not rude or anything. He's a little bit more stern, but he's very, very silly, sweet. Silly in a different way, I guess. There's a lot of folders. I have a lot of folders, yeah. I don't know. Do you guys organize your artwork by folders, or do you just let them free roam? Because I've talked about the idea of like, I don't typically name my files. Because there's not really a search function on here, so I don't find the need to. It does get a little bit annoying when I have to export them, but I usually rename them by the time I export them anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me. Oh, Seisei, welcome. I'll hate them. You forgot the husband name from Genshin Impact. Kave? Kave. You're very obsessive about organizing your art. That's very fair. I'm curious about people who use Procreate on how you guys organize your files. I can't be, I don't know why. For sometimes, like, I can't. Like, let's put it this way. On like Clip Studio Paint, Paint Tool Sai, like our program on the computer, for you to save the file, you have to name your file, right? Unless you want like new canvas, I don't know, number 2, 3, whichever number it is. But on here, it's like if you exit a canvas, it's basically saved. Like it's, you don't have to name it. So everything I have, whoops, no, let's not do that. Everything I have here is like untitled, untitled, untitled. Which might drive people up the wall, I'm so sorry. And your cats wanted attention, but I'm back now. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. Both? That's fair. I think I'm just this way in Procreate, or if I'm like, if my files are not precious, like I know I'm gonna eventually delete them, I will sometimes just keyboard smash. Like I'll put like a number 1 at the very front so I can find it easily, and then keyboard smash. Everything else I usually name like somewhat properly, but I don't name my layers. I don't name my, well, I name my folders. That's the least I can do. Sometimes you name the file. Your organized thing on Procreate is mostly messy organized, but the only thing I name are the folders, to be honest. Anything outside of that doesn't have a name. Yeah, I'm the same way. I can't be bothered. I think it's easier also with like a mouse and a keyboard for me to properly organize things. But I think that's just specific to me. To be fair, my file names are like man standing emoji.png. That's very fair. At least like, if you were only given the title of the name of your file rather than the thumbnail, at least like it seems very descriptive, you know? Ibis Paint. I think Ibis Paint is kind of the same way though. Why is my guy keep phoning me? Give me 1 second, guys. this is like a sibling thing. Or like my parents, how they treat me and my brother. If my brother won't answer their texts, my parents phone me to text my brother to be like, ask him the same question. And most likely he will respond to me. Because it means he's avoiding my parents. Haikyuu characters? I'll draw them a bit more a different time. I wish I could show you what I've drawn recently, but they were for like event type stuff, so I can't really show them right now. Give me 1 second. Yeah, it's nothing bad. It's nothing bad, I swear. But my brother's so annoying. Oh my lord. He's like, sure. Maybe my dad will answer text. Who's Nijika Nanairo? Nijika Nanairo is my VTuber friend, and I'm gonna be drawing her a gift. Give me 1 second while I deal with my brother, because what the heck is happening? Yeah! So Nijika is she's also a fan of Kaida Haru from Nijisanji JP. This is how me and her bonded. As well as like, we like By the Beat a lot, so. But she has such a cute character design, so let me go ahead. I might have to go back to the starting screen again, unless I can hide my... Can I hide my Procreate? Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna send the reference to myself. Oops. Yeah! We have the same JP Oshi. Because we have a mutual friend, and that's how I came in contact with her. Oh, wait. Wait. I don't think I have anything in my gallery that or not my gallery, my photos that I can't, well, maybe there is a few things, so maybe I will just hide the screen for now. There she is! Cute. Okay. Please, Procreate. Okay. Yeah! Wait! Are you also not? I know you're, for Suha and Sefina, because I know you like the KR branch. Or XKR? Ah, yes. So Alban is like my #1 Oshi in Ien. And then for JP, it would be Kaida Haru. And then I guess like Safina technically would fall into that. And then some of the other EN members kind of float around as I would maybe consider them my Oshi, I guess, like Calyx. Because I do like Calyx a lot. Oh, thank you for coming to the stream though, Star Child. Thank you, thank you. Have a good rest of your day. Yeah! It's very like rainbow, pastel, kind of weather vibes. Very, very cute. I think I've only drawn Kaida like a handful of times, I think. I find him a bit harder to draw, but... Because other than that, I think out of JP Livers, the first ones I think I watched were also Hollow Stars. I forget their names now. One's Izuru, who I do love a lot, and then... Oga? I think? I used to watch his Animal Crossing streams. Hello Crixley, welcome. Do I have a plan for this? Not really, but we're gonna keep it somewhat simple, I think. Izuru to Kaida pipeline makes so much sense. I feel like, yeah, maybe that is the case. Low-key jumping around streams right now because one of my favorite Niji-sanji and VTubers are also live right now. No worries. No worries. It's been a while since I've drawn a girl. I've drawn so many like idol boys recently. I'm gonna feel rusty. I don't know what to do with the other hand. It's only one hand. I did watch like a bit of Hollow Stars in the beginning. Especially like the JP side. How are you? I'm happy because I'm getting my first XP pen tablet. Oh, congrats. But not gonna lie, I don't know a lot about how to use it properly. Also, I have both a MacBook and a Windows, and I don't know which device I should use it with the XP. I don't have any experience using a tablet with the Mac, to be honest. So I don't know if like there's like a difference for the driver. Oh, well, most likely there is a difference for the drivers. So you can probably look up on their website. So I feel like whichever you think might work better in terms of maybe the program you're wanting to use. I feel like art programs typically nowadays, other than maybe Clip Studio Paint, who sometimes is a little bit more heavy at times, depending on your brush size and all that stuff, might make your computer chug a bit. I feel like whichever is more comfortable for you, feel free to connect that one. As long as I'm sure XP Pen has Mac OS compatibility, if I'm remembering correctly. from like the list that I've seen in the past for the drivers. Izuru, I think that the first time I watched him, I think was because of his covers, I'm sure. That are just music streams in general. Because I do like that range of voice typically in the slightly more... like softer, slightly, not like super high pitched by any means. Like my other favorites like for Utaites are like Soraru, I like Amatsuki, I like Shonen T, or like Sakutomo Hisa. There's like a specific type that I do like, so it's very easy for me to listen to him as well. Alright, I keep forgetting I have my reference on the iPad, it's fine. A rival group to your current idols, or your OC idol group? You're gonna have so many characters. Dang, Alicia. The dedication is crazy. Is that your friend that you were talking about? Yeah! So this is one of my mutuals. That we low-key bonded via VTubers. Close-up of her face on my phone from the references that I saw. Make it a little bit easier for me to see. Maybe I should make them looking towards more like the Teru Teru Bozu. Hopefully this will work out better than the drawing a Keyfree I was doing earlier. Even though I don't think I mind the sketch too much, the one that I did a Keyfree. I just don't know if I want to go that direction. There's a voices? Izuru, Asta, and Rio. Asta I do like a lot too. We were kind of in the same voices in GP if you like Izuru's voice and style. I haven't like delved into Far Hall Stars as much as I did before, just because while I work, it is a little bit easier for me to listen to Ian speaking livers. I just haven't gone back to too much of JP livers other than like occasionally Safina and Kaida. No worries. Have a good dinner, Sakurai. Yeah, Teddy Teddy Bozu mascot. It's very cute. And I like the lighter color aesthetic overall for their design. Super, super pretty. Oh, Top 5 favorite Ensemble Stars group and top 5 songs from the game. I think my top favorite groups are Alkaloid and Knights. I think it's because I'm so biased towards one second. My brain's buffering. Tsukasa and Hiro. For obviously their respective groups. Who else do I like a lot? I like Undead's music quite a bit. Same with Eden. Would they be my top for my groups though? I might pick, let's see, let's pick Knights. No, Alkaloid, then Knights. Then... maybe I will pick Undead. I think when I first started getting into Ensemble Stars like a few years ago, I was a fan more of like, of Trickstar. But they give me such like protagonist vibes, I feel like it's hard not to like them in the beginning. Oh, her face is so high up. Rabbits are cute. I'm trying to think what other ones I liked a little bit more. I feel like it's a bit hard. I do like a lot of them probably the same amount together. So it's hard for me to pick like more than my top 2, I feel like. Song-wise, Little Romance, I think, from Knights is my favorite. It's such a cutesy kind of song. But I'm biased towards Knight songs. Knights is very much like pop, K-pop adjacent, so for me it was easiest to listen to, if that makes sense. Like, I like Fight for Judge, I like, what was it called? Something Oath? Or Oath to... Wow, I'm blanking so hard. It's been a while since I've actually opened up my Ensemble Stars game. Like, other than Reverse 1999, even that one, it's like, I haven't been playing as much, but I think that's the one I've played the most recent, I guess. But it's because I'm waiting for a specific character in that game. Yeah! Monsters, like, just the art, I feel like, yeah, it's very much up your alley, I feel like. I feel like if anyone likes dynamic poses that are very like fun, but like very clean art style, Ensemble Stars is like a very good example to look at, I guess. Silent Oath, I'm blanking on some of the songs. I feel like Undead has a lot of good songs though. Like I said earlier. I know a lot of people also like Valkyrie quite a bit. I like Mika from Valkyrie. She was okay. I apologize if anyone likes Shu. Yeah. The colors... oh my god. The colors and like the outfits, the detailing. I love the art for the cards for Ensemble Stars, definitely. I might have drawn him a little too big. I don't take forever sketching. I wanted to do a little bit of coloring today, but I don't know if I can get to there. Did you watch the Artemis 2 Splashdown? I don't even know what that is, to be honest. To be so honest with you. I'm like online but offline, you know? I'm very niche into the things I look at, so there's a lot of things I don't know. The hearts in the eyes is very cute. She has like little heart highlights, but I wanted to draw them a little bit closer to the top, so I'm gonna try to keep that intact as well though. Tend to struggle to figuring out a name for the rival group of the members and the actual group name favor me. I'm surprised you can find like that many names for all your OCs, Alicia. I love staring at the spinning chibi sometimes. I want to make a new one. I really want to put Selwyn on a star and put like Akemi in a mug. Oh, I see. Spinning Selwyn, yeah. Because that or I'm gonna put Selwyn in like a little, like a sparkle thing. But then I feel like this is like gonna be in the way of his face. Because otherwise it would be like this. Still be in the way of his face. I'll figure it out. And I'll probably change Sato so that she's a little less seasonal. Probably put her in like a little chocolate or a candy. That's cute. I don't listen to too much of ETs, but it's nice that they use their song just because it shares the same name. that they're even smaller. The cannon size. A moon with a few stars in it. Oh, that's cute. Make a full moon for him. That would be a cute idea, actually. Probably a lot easier for me to draw. Animating is not my strong suit, so anything to simplify that would be great. So many good songs. It's hard to choose. Maybe for the most listened to the songs, it would be Valentine Nightmare Eve. That one I love a lot. I agree. Sacred Youth Past and Perfectly Imperfect. Be the Party Bee and Fusionist. Oh wait, Fusionic Stars. There's a lot of good Ensemble Star songs, honestly. If anyone has played the Ensemble Stars game, the April Fool's one, I think it's the April Fool's one. The one with like, locate that mecha in the background. I hate that song. It's so hard to play. And during the April Fool's, like you could play with the... Actually, I don't even know if they did one this year. So this might have been like 2 years ago, I think, when that one came out. Oh my lord. With like the dog barking noises and like the different icons you could pick for the... What do you call them? Like the music notes, I guess? For the UI. It's kind of crazy. Art Fight had a theme for April Fools. You could choose Team Art or Team Fight. That's so clever. Like how silly it is. That's great. Painted nails. Nope. Okay. It really is, and like, I don't know if it's because I don't want to be defeated. I typically play on expert, but I cannot pass that one. Like it's crazy with the notes that they do. And like, I really need to watch someone play it so I can actually see what is happening in the background, because all I know, there's a mecha. Someone's driving the mecha. That's all I remember. I don't know if they're fighting something. I don't know if they're saving something. I don't know what's happening in that particular song. How Art Fight works? Basically, think of it almost like a giant art trading game where you basically can submit your own OCs and make a profile, and you can browse other people's OCs and draw artwork to earn points. So you draw fan art of other people's art. No, my brain is buffering. You join a team, either, let's say red or blue, basically. It's like team 1 or team 2. And the fighting portion is basically you're battling from one team to the other, and you earn points for your team. So you would earn points by drawing fan art of either people on your team or drawing fan art of people on the opposite team for more points. And basically just do a bunch of art for other people to earn points to make your team win. You might also receive art back or attacks. Someone could probably explain it better. Someone... You know, I'm so bad at explaining. My brain is buffering anyways, it's okay. Ah, Nichika! Hello! Hello. I'm not too far into it, but thank you for letting me draw you. We're still early on. But your model's very pretty, so I wanted to do fan art. So hopefully I can do it justice. Thanks for joining and stopping by the way. But hopefully you've been doing well. You should probably post your reference. No worries. Feel free to. There's nothing stopping you. I have no rules against that. Hello, Rainbow Noodles. Welcome. Hazukashii. Yes, hopefully we'll get to coloring today is what I'm hoping for. Yes, thank you, Detective Pikachu, for putting a much more concise way of explaining art fight. I highly recommend it though. It's always fun, especially if you like drawing other people's characters, you know? Let's get some hair in. Cause I can't wait to do the coloring. I love all the softer colors. That's a nice hand. I default to this hand a lot. I might have to fix the fingers in a bit, but I think we can fix it during the kind of like painting rendering phase. Also, a reminder to hydrate and or stretch. Actually, do both. Ah, my bones. Hello, Maitha. Welcome. Hope Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. Hopefully you are too. Pastel OCs at some point. Pastel colors are so pretty to color. Yeah! I feel like they're also very easy to doodle. Like traditionally. So we can get this hair correct. So I don't know how long I'm gonna stream today. So let's stream until we get some disturbances. AKA people coming home. Because I did end up streaming a lot later than initially I was gonna plan to, but that'll make it a lot easier to have less interruptions. Who are you drawing? I've never seen this character before. This is a VTuber. One of my mutuals. And their name is Nijika Nanairo. They have such a cute design, so I wanted to do fan art of them. I think, like, in preparation for art fight, it's good to have some sort of artwork of your character. I know a lot of people, like, prior to July, typically like making reference sheets, but even if you just have like one drawing or illustration of your character, that's probably like more than enough to get your account started. Because it gives people at least like some semblance of like a character that they can potentially draw for you. Well, Emisa, welcome back. What are we doing? We're just doing some fan art today. Some chill drawing. I would agree with that actually. Kind of like blue or purple is like what people tend to lean with. So kind of like the peachy pink color is very cute. these too high? I feel like. I've still drawn it too high. I have to do a little bit of shuffling. Oh, thank you for stopping by though, Rainbow Noodles. I like to make myself suffer with the reference sheets, but to be honest, as long as there's enough for people to go off of, it's fine, to be honest. I need to tell that to myself more. Some people go real ham. Sometimes when I see people's reference sheets, I'm like, am I not providing enough? But yeah, usually you can get away with just having like one drawing of your OCs, as long as like you're open to having your character, your OC being interpreted, you know? Like I feel like if you're a little bit more particular, then you might have to provide something a little bit more detailed. Because I know for me, it's like, I don't mind if people get details different or technically like incorrect, especially because I do leave some things kind of vague or very stylized. How do you draw with one rep and still draw so accurate? So luckily, I have basically the same reference on my phone because it's like a close-up of the head. So just in case if I want to add the same detailing to the eyes and stuff and making sure that I don't miss any of the smaller details. But it's nice to have like a rep that has like a more like overall look of the character. I feel like for me, it doesn't really look like them quite yet, so we're gonna keep chugging through, you know? But thank you. Because there are times like when I was working on commissions throughout February till March, there are sometimes like there are details that I do end up missing, which is why I like providing so many whip checks to my clients. Because usually, like, I can double check, triple check, but there's sometimes something just skips in my brain. Like, I just don't see it. So the clients will have to, you know, make sure they're also looking at when I give them their whip checks, and they can tell me like, hey, you missed this detail, or hey, I want this changed. Because like maybe you interpret it differently or not like how they intended it to be. I feel like, at least for fan art, for the most part, you don't have to be like entirely accurate, you know what I mean? Unless it's like you're doing something completely different, but I feel like that's more of a choice. Like for me, it's like if I suddenly switched her eye colors from, you know, maybe the pink one to be on the opposite side and the blue one on the flip side as well, then I consider that not exactly a, you know, you didn't pay attention type of thing. Will there be color and render on the stream, or will it be only sketches? Either way, it looks great so far. Thank you. We'll see how far I can get today. If I can stream for a longer time, which I'm hoping, I would like to at least get the coloring and maybe rendering. But I feel like lately I've been so slow with sketching, so we'll see how far we get, and then we can continue from there. Otherwise, either I'll stream again, or I'll work on this like off stream. Sometimes you can draw a character 300 plus times and still forget details, and that's why whip checks are— I agree. Like, you could draw your own characters too, right? And still forget details. Because I keep a little Discord server for myself. It's literally like a personal one. And I have a channel just for my OC reference sheets and like any artwork that I really like of my OCs that I've drawn. So that sometimes when I'm out and about and I want to draw my OCs and I'm like, I low-key forget how Kaisen's hair looks. Or Selwyn's or like Sato. So then I'll go back and, you know, change it. And also, like, if you struggle with something being accurate, I guess, use as many guidelines or as many layers or redraw things over and over again. Feel free to do that, you know? You don't have to, like, draw it correct the first time. I feel like accessories are always, like, the number one thing that, like, things get missed. Sounds good. Also, being slow is real. I've been slow on rendering, and to be honest, I'd much rather be slow on colors and shading much more than rendering. That's fair. I feel like also, yeah, for some reason nowadays, I've been feeling very slow with drawing. But it's like you said, it's been good to slow down. So I feel like I need to switch this in. Then maybe I'll lower this. I have to do some of the beaded accessories later. Because usually rendering jewelry is a nightmare for me. I should have my reference on a hockey at this point. I always forget what past me tried to cook. You cooked really well though. I really do like the design though, Nijika. Favorite Genshin characters? Oof, there's so many. I feel like I'm so biased towards Mondstadt though. Especially nowadays, where the story's going. I think like out of the new characters though, I do like Flynn's a lot. Yeah, forgetting details of your own OCs. Always a fun time. I don't know exactly how I want this to look. I'm like slowly even this out. So technically this should be lower. Her head tilted. Why did I draw it like this? Yeah, a good design is a fun one to draw. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. Seriously, you have so many OCs, 50 plus OCs. I feel like that's why you would have to have your some sort of reference of them like on hand. Cause 50, holy moly. I guess like also some people just like making OCs for the sake of just designing them, right? So even if they like maybe once they make the character as well. You don't draw them ever again. It's just for the purpose of designing them. I'm sure there's some people out there that are like that. Or I guess like if you have like a story going or a couple of stories going, you probably have like a plethora of amount of, you know, so many OCs. I'm slowly going to have like 15 OCs. I have 12 on Art Fight right now, and they're slowly growing because of the huge family tree I have. That is true, I didn't think about that either. Family members. Family members of OCs. Forgetting details about your own OCs is always upsetting. I mean, it's upsetting, but at least you're upsetting your own self, you know? I always feel bad when I forget details of other people's OCs. Because I know there's like often times I catch myself forgetting even just like Masaki's mole. I'm like, why? How can I forget? think we're close to being even. Finally, after so much liquefying and transforming. Venti and Flynn's my beloved. I do love Venti as well. Venti, the reason why I got into Genshin. And like color palette wise, design wise, I do love Venti a lot. And his like silly demeanor to me made him very lovable. This will be more like this way though. I'll figure it out. 630? Wait, I'm surprised you know the amount. That's crazy. Hello, Oria. Welcome. World building with OC lore is super exciting too. I think it's always fun to make your own, like, I know I keep saying like the headcanons for your own OCs, but I guess it's not considered like a headcanon if it is your own OC. It's just canon. But making stories or doing designs, very much fun. I'm not like too designy of a person, so I don't do a lot of it, but I can see why a lot of people enjoy it. Okay, let's see. Let's erase these. Work. Wow. I feel like sometimes when I speak, my mouth just doesn't move. So hope you guys didn't hear that. But hopefully we can work on clothing next, and then we can work on color. And I can probably throw in the majority of the accessories at that point, which I think is just mostly the hair accessories and part of the necklace that I will have to do afterwards. Because right here I can probably throw in the earrings. Your only OC doesn't even have a name? That's okay. You can make it even like, I don't even know. Pretend like if your character just has like blue hair or whatever. It could be like generic blue haired girl. That's okay. That or you can always make a name as well. God, I'm terrible at world building. People with complex character lore and world environments are so powerful. I definitely agree with that. I think that's why I love reading or watching or just consuming media that has like such vast world building or very good world building. It always fascinates me. Because I have no storytelling in my bones. So I find it very difficult to do. I think it's also because I don't read as much as I did when I was a kid. I'm sure reading would obviously probably help with that, at least to some degree, I guess. Your fave's always been Xiao. You started playing because of him, even though I already knew the game. I think that's fair. Xiao is very lovable, that's for sure. It's definitely a fan favorite for a lot of people too. I find it funny that the world building is, or I find it funny that the world building is I have so far are completely opposites. One is a futuristic zombie apocalypse, and the other is a mix of fantasy, steampunk, and cyberpunk. I think that's fun though. You're not boxing yourself into like one concept, I guess, right? Let yourself have both. Oh, started playing Genshin because of Beidou. Stayed for Xiao. That's awesome. I feel like I don't hear enough people talk about Beidou. Sometimes I forget that characters from anime series and movies, etc. are people's. That's what I'm saying. I have like. Maybe I won't talk about it here. Technically, you know, the idea of like someone's OCs being turned into a story, then it pretend like it hits popular, right? It's in the mainstream. And then suddenly people feel like they're entitled to be able to change the characters as is. I feel like there is a fine line between that, you know? Because technically, if the creator told you to stop doing changes to the character, I feel like some people would be putting a lot of pushback against that. You know what I mean? Venti and D-Luke were my first 5 stars. I don't remember when I got D-Luke. I'm trying to remember if he was the one that prevented me from getting Venti. But I feel like I didn't get a 5-star for a long time. I think it was until Zhongli came out. And then he almost didn't come home. But he's one of my favorites, so I don't mind. How do I say that name? Swaganol? Swaganol? It's a cool name though. Hello Luna, welcome. Apologies for seeing that late. Design focus OC makers. 4 AM here, please get some sleep, Mekia. One of my OCs is based off of the design theme. Their design theme, and my other one was literally from a website where I searched Japanese guy names. That's fair. The funny thing, so when I was younger, this is like before me and my friends delved into like Vocaloid, so this is probably when I was like 12, I think. And I was getting to know like my new friends, right? And they're the ones who got me into Vocaloid eventually. You know the anime lyric website? I don't know if it's still around, but it would cycle like anime girls or characters on the banner. So like every time you search up like a new song, the page will obviously have to like refresh and load. So the banner would change. And I think I saw a glimpse, a very small glimpse of Hatsune Miku. And then when me and my friends were like making OCs, I made a girl with pigtails and like teal hair. And my friend's like, is that Hatsune Miku? And I'm like, who? This is my OC. Who's Hatsune Miku? But then I figured it out. Yeah, it was definitely Miku that I saw. That I'm like, oh, I wanna draw a tealed hair, kind of turquoise haired girl with pigtails. My friend clocked it so fast, but I was like genuinely not into Vocaloid at the time. So until I was like, I think she was right. And it made sense because like on a anime lyric website, they would definitely have Vocaloid on there, so... I think it's on my DeviantArt actually. Unless I got rid of it. I forget if I deleted anything on my DeviantArt. Kazuki, welcome. Hello, hello. That's a funny way of describing it. No idea you saw a celebrity. Honestly, that's probably how it felt, right? Because to my friends, it's like, oh my lord, it's the one and only Hatsune Miku. You don't have Zhongli still, by the way? I hope you can get him one day. think Zhongli, during that time, I forgot what year it is for this, when Zhongli was released. I think that was the first time when I was like dedicating low-key drawing the character that I wanted to pull for and do like low-key like an offering, which a lot of like us artists did for some of those games. Draw the character, do them justice, and hopefully they'll come home. Luckily for him, it did work. And I wanted Shinyan at the time as well, because I loved her character a lot. She's so spunky and cool. The more I think about it, I was like, why is there so many weird things we do? But cringe is free. I have a pin of him on my room, so technically I do you do have him at home. That's fair. It's so cute. I think it was just like at the time, that's what it was. A lot of artists would draw and be like, please come home. I've done my due diligence and drew you. Please, it's my offering. I get the feeling, yeah, it didn't happen with Miku, but I've had this one OC for so long, and then I started watching anime. He's an unintentional Asahi variant, apparently. That's so nice though, that eventually like you'll come to the conclusion that something has influenced you to make the choices that you made. Only thing I know about Hatsune Miku is the one meme, I can't see the end of the horizon, Hatsune Miku, and it low-key makes me giggle when I hear that reference. That was very fair. The offering idea, it's like, it was a cute thing, but oh boy, sometimes it just felt like you have to churn out fan art. I feel like I missed it, but I saw it very, very briefly. Let me check, double check. So if you guys don't know, Furuyan also makes really nice chatting and, or like, I guess it's your Sketch and Yap series, which I really do adore. So if you guys are looking for nice long form-ish videos of awesome art and just chill yapping, check them out. I wanted to draw him after I finished the calendar, but never got around to it. Drawing Linny? I feel like you would draw Linny though. You should draw Linny eventually, Alicia. I'm running away. But it's true! It's true, it's true. Thank you for coming to the stream though, Kav. Thank you. And hopefully you have a good rest of your day as well. I have a total of 2 OCs I am more invested in, but every time I see my male OCs, I have the urge to change his design. It's like I can never get the vibes correct. I think that's fine though, right? Also, it might be your preferences at the time keep changing, right? Yeah! Go show support, guys. Same with Nijika, by the way. Nijika also does wonderful singing and has like a few short covers. They also made this reference sheet of their own character. Also very, very pretty art style. So do check them out as well. Ironically enough, I was more stressed about Varka because the name of his banner was Home Onward. Was it compelling you to pull for them more? Wow! I feel like TikTok's so hard, so congrats. 9k views and 600 plus likes, that's awesome. Yeah, definitely kind of like Princess Mermaid vibes, right? It's very cute. Yes. That's very understandable. I'm like repeating your name in my brain because I don't know if I can say it correctly. Alicia? I'm so bad at pronouncing names, I apologize, but welcome, hello. Okay, thank you. I always feel bad for butchering people's names. But if I ever say your guys' name incorrectly, or if I forget, feel free to either remind me or correct me. I was talking to my friend like 2 days ago. We were on call. And when I was talking to her, I was like, do you have an easier time remembering faces or remembering names? And me and her are apparently opposites, because she can remember names, but is not great with faces. I remember faces and not names. So I do apologize. Hello, Miss Lovett. Welcome. And welcome back. Zaviet? Zaviet? This is gonna be an ongoing thing for me. Not being able to pronounce people's names. I've also tried animation and Procreate lately and low-key fried my brain. Do you have any tips? I guess it depends on what was exactly frying your brain. I feel like the folder system in Procreate for animation is a little bit strange. Technically, because every frame you can be put into technically a folder if you want to do like coloring and stuff, and you can have your entire normal like layer hierarchy for everything. But I feel like it's just more of you probably trying to get used to the interface a little bit more, learning about like how you can set the duration per frame on top of your timeline. I'm not very proficient enough, I feel like, to talk about doing animation in Procreate, let alone just in general. So if you have like specifics, let me know. So that's the problem. I got it right the second time, but I don't remember the order I said it. Man. If it's any consolation, I can't remember either. That's fair. I love that the JPBAs for Flins and Varka are such. Yes! Yes! Because Varka is Sugita, right? Flins, it's skipping my brain who Flins is, I forget. But Sugita plays Varka, which I will never unhear Sugita's Gintoki. Hello Dorothy, welcome! You remember faces? If you tell me a name, I just look confused. I think because my friend doesn't watch my streams, which I'm glad. She has a friend who has visited whenever she helps me table at like art conventions or anime conventions. She also has like a friend whose girlfriend would table as well, so he would frequent the convention center and like run little errands for us. And it was like, he's very sweet, very nice, so I always recognize him. But like, we saw him the other day just by chance, and he's like, he waved to me because he remembered me, said my name, and then went to hug my friend. And I'm like, oh, thank God we didn't have like a longer chat, because I actually didn't remember his name. I felt so bad. But I remembered it later, because I have a way that I was able to re-find his name. Because guess who did the guest list for my friend's wedding? Me! So I was able to check. Because it's more embarrassing if I don't remember his name and he remembers mine. Oh my lord. Flynn's is Yuichi Nakamura? Is that why I couldn't remember? Oh my lord. Ah, that probably makes sense. I do like his voice. Because I have it set to JP on my Genshin account because so many of the other voices were gone for a while, I think. Brush on the sidewalk, hello, welcome. And hello to Mocha Studio as well. Love the gifts of your OCs, thank you. I'm a little bit of a tech grandma, so I do have to get used to it. That's okay. I think it's easier for you to understand if you take it at like a slower pace. You know? Take your time to learn it. Nice perks. Yes. And she will never know, and he will never know. I won't run into him anytime. From my knowledge, so as long as I don't forget it for the next time, you know, it's okay. Because I feel like I don't meet enough acquaintances as of recently that I should be forgetting their names so easily. So if that's why I felt so bad that I forgot his name. Because I met him more than once. That would make sense. Yeah, Kuro is Yuichi Nakamura. AKA, he's gonna be old Rugio in the JP version of Witch Hat Atelier, and I'm so excited! You guys shouldn't let me yap about Witch Hat. This is how I become insufferable. Especially with the Witch Hat kitchen thing. Because it's so cozy and cute and I can't. Honestly. What's your favorite 17 song or album? My favorite of like all time? Oof, I feel like it's been changing. I would say either 17's 20, Pretty You, or what am I blanking? Ardon is Hotter Than Day is probably like my top 3. Not in that order specifically. But I love their ballads, so like ones like Circles or oh no. Smile Flower. Kiddo, I guess, is kind of like in that genre where it's kind of like in between pop ballad and like just normal ballad, I guess. Album wise, Hengare I like a lot. And it might be because like Kiddo's on there, Together's on there. What else is on there? I'm blanking. Like it's a very like feel-good album, but I feel like also the Love Letter one holds a special place in my heart for sure. So I would say those. I love more of their happier and or gut-wrenching kind of ballad songs. Oh, Cheers to Youth also. I'm very biased towards the vocal unit. So I would have to say that. Because I forget which one it is. Is it... sometimes for hip hop unit for 17, I think it's their most recent one. And then it took me a long time to get used to Jungle and... No, I think it's just Jungle for S-Cubes. But like now I listen to that like on repeat. It's just usually not my type of song. I guess it depends on my mood, maybe. Potato Cat, welcome. Hopefully you've been doing well. I really need to watch that anime, that's fair. Excuse me. Rin, are you into Amazing Digital Circus? I am not. I've heard a lot of good things about it, and I've seen stuff from it, I guess. Same with... Has Been Hotel, I think? And I think there's one other one that I've been seeing a lot of like fan art and just like general hype for that feels like it falls under the same realm. I have my Genshin set for English dub, and not gonna lie, it's kind of both funny and cool seeing the voice actors pop up in other projects I'm interested. Yeah. I feel like because it's such a big gacha game, you will often see a lot of their names pop up for other things or like overlap with other games, right? Or shows, which is very nice. It's kind of like how I feel for like JP seiyus. Like I have my favorites or like ones that I can recognize like off the bat. More like for the males, I feel like. I know like when me and my brother would talk about seiyus, he knows like both male and females like quite well. For me, I think it's just like I can mostly hear the differences between the males. Like I love Junichi Suabe. So like the voice of Ardam is definitely one of my favorites, or I guess like people would know him as Sukuna. Because I know some people, I've already talked about this before too. Some people were hoping he was gonna voice Olrugyo for Witch Hat. But I think Yuichi Nakamura's voice actually suits Olrugyo. Because I don't know. I feel like a deep voice would work for Olrugyo, but I kind of imagined more of like Yuichi Nakamura's voice. Which is like, it's deep to a certain extent, but it also can go a little bit more like, a little bit higher, I guess. Gotta run, but gamba with the rest of this piece. And thanks for helping me finish my shift. No worries! Thank you for stopping by, Non. I appreciate it. And Otsu at work. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a good rest of your night though. And or day. I'm assuming night. The show is really good. I recommend watching the show. The last episode comes out in June. I'm excited and nervous for it also. Maybe I'll get into it eventually. I take so long to watch things as of recent. Like, maybe I can put it in the background, but I guess like I would want to see the visuals. I've been watching Taskmaster in the background while I draw and like edit and stuff. I love the absurdity of it, but it's also easy for me to listen to. Since it's in English. Yes, Junichi Suabe. I do like his voice a lot. Oh, the trailer for the last episode came out today or yesterday. I'm scared. Ah, okay. Popular Japanese VAs has become my side hobby. Or with the male seiyus as well. That's fair. It's just some of the seiyus you could definitely tell who it is, you know? Even though I do like a lot of them can be very versatile, but some of them are very, very, very noticeable with the roles they have. Have you tried to get into Taman's B-side? I have not finished watching it. That's the thing. Have I started? Yes. Do I like the characters? Yes. Will I do fan art? Yes. It'll take me a little bit. I want to fully catch up because like I said, I'm slow on watching things. So once I slowly catch up, because I know a lot of spoilers and just like stuff in general because my Twitter is like littered with clips that I will not stop myself from watching. Sometimes you have too much knowledge for them. That's okay. I always get like seiyuu information from my brother. Like he's very much knows a lot of the seiyus and stuff and like the stuff they were, like who they voiced, both for like male and female seiyus. Oh, that's nice that it's like they're making it a bigger, how do I explain it? A bigger deal by making it early access watch for theaters. It's kind of nice. And the fact that, is it like a 30-minute-ish, half an hour-ish type of show? So it's like an hour being like extra special, I guess. Okay, Apothecary Diaries I will get to eventually. I don't know why I haven't fully gotten into it quite yet. Free Run I'm fully caught up. And I do love Free Run a lot. It's definitely like my type of pacing for a show, you know? So I definitely like it a lot. Yay! Doodle along! Feel free to draw along. I love so much space at the top. Bump her up or make this a little bit bigger maybe. So we just have a bit of the accessories and then mostly the just like hair before we can actually start with coloring, which I'm excited to do because I really do like the color palette. It's very cute. You're coming back to continue Psyche K and I heard the opening. I was like, yes, it's Hane Natsuki. He has a very distinct voice. That's for sure. Ah, someone was telling, I have like a few mutuals actually who really like Gachi Akuta a lot. I've seen artwork from it, it's very cool, and one of my favorite artists, the one that actually got me into being very interested in Hat Atelier, I think they did fan art of it briefly, but like I said, they usually post on their stories, so the artwork disappears, so I can't really confirm whether or not it was, but I feel like the character looked like it was from that series, so probably. Maybe I'll watch it, I don't know. We'll see. I can't commit to too many shows. I'm already so behind on so many other ones. Watching your live by doing your web novel? Hopefully I'm not interfering too much. I'm assuming you mean like for drawing maybe? Or do you mean for like writing? Because I feel like it's difficult, at least for me, to listen to something and type something at the same time. Gatiakuta. You thought Free Room was gonna be slow? I prefer slower shows, honestly. I forget what show I watched. I forget the reason why I watched it too, but it was like way too fast-paced. Almost like watching Pop Team Epic, almost. I haven't watched Pop Team Epic technically, but I've seen like clips and stuff and it seems like it's very like overstimulating. And there's like another show that I watched that was kind of like, I need to turn my brain off because like it actually hurts me. Beastars. 17 did the ending theme for, I guess it's the last season's part 2 or whatever. Because they sang Tiny Light, which is one of my favorite songs currently right now. I keep listening to. You're drawing it? Okay. Can't imagine trying to listen to a stream while writing. Unless you're able to like compartmentalize your thoughts and what you're listening to and stuff. The first Saiki K opening and the second Saiki K ending are both sung by Hane Natsuki. They're so relaxing and definitely recommend it, even if you haven't watched the show. I'll definitely check it out. I don't really remember if I've ever heard Hane Natsuki sing. I just know he's a very funny person. You're watching Saiki K before the stream. You didn't know that. What a nice coincidence. Okay. I want to give her like closed mouth smile, open mouth smile. Me. What's made of leather and sounds like a sneeze? A shoe! That's cute. To Be Hero X is so fast paced, but I like the premise of the animation, so I pause a lot while watching. Ah! Is it like overstimulating to watch something that fast paced? I've heard things about To Be Hero, but I don't know anything about it technically, or like the premise of it. I want to give her a sweeter smile. Hanae Natsuki in Genshin? I'm trying to remember, I actually don't know. I wanted Kaji Yuki in Genshin so bad. Another voice actor I find very funny though. I forget his name though. Shimono Hiro? I feel like I'm getting that wrong. The one who voices Zenitsu in Demon Slayer. I feel like he's also very funny. Then I'm clouding my memory with Zenitsu. I guess for Kanji Yuki, because he is Luke in Tears of Famous, I think that's why I think some of the voice actors, I don't know if it was Kaji Yuki who said it, or maybe it's Junichi Suabe. Someone said it was like, I'm already in a Hoyoverse game. What do you want from me? Shimono? I forget, is it Shimono Hiro or is it Shimono... I might be remembering his name wrong. It's the guy who voices Zenitsu from Demon Slayer. He's very funny. Watching your videos give me so much motivation to draw. Thank you. Aw, I'm glad to hear that. And also welcome to the stream. Ali Sally? I guess? I Eren Yeager and Gojo VA. So Eren Yeager would be Kazuyuki, Gojo would be Yuichi Nakamura. I wouldn't be surprised. I think a lot of them have done BL, what is it called? Drama CDs? As well. So I wouldn't be shocked about it. I think that's why I remember watching the little interviews on the radio shows are always so funny. Because I think I've watched the ones for Haikyuu as well. Those ones are also fun. Okay, let me lock in for a little bit so that we can actually do some coloring very soon. But let me get the rest of her accessories in. It's mostly just this necklace and then the beads. Chat distracting Rin. I mean, I'm choosing to read it, so it's not your guys' fault. I'm just giving you guys like a little heads up that I'm not quite looking at chat right now. This is more like a reminder, if anything. Yeah, did you see the tweet about Beastars animators reimagining 17 as anthropomorphic characters? And honestly, I thought it was fan art at first. If it survives so perfectly, I'm glad they knew about them enough to give them characters that represent them super well. I think that's so cute. Considering it seems like they're both mutually like fans, which is nice, you know. That's cute. You're making your own version as well. That's very cute. Because I love seeing people's interpretations on like, oh, what kind of animal would the members be? To be Hero X is almost like a life of an idol but as a superhero, which is interesting because of the psychology behind it. Also, the characters have awesome designs. Oh, I see. I definitely want to like look into the characters for sure. a lot of people who like Hayami. Takeo Otsuka. I don't know if I know that one. Yeah, the Haikyuu radio one's, it's very funny. A Primo Gem. I love making like little like stars like this. It's always fun. Like the 4-pointed ones. Always fun to do. Daisuke Ono? Yeah. Kenzo Ono. And Kaito Ishikawa. Kaito Ishikawa. That one's Kageyama, right? Daisuke Ono is one of my favorites because he plays so much of like the prim and proper. I feel like he has a good voice for that. Kensho Ono. I forget who he's voiced. Is it normal for you to sketch for 3 hours? Technically, I don't know how long we sketch for, but typically no. But considering I'm chatting like more than half the time, I feel like I've just been yapping mostly. Because earlier we did the... Where is he? We were doing this earlier, but I don't know if I like it enough. So I might liquefy his face. It's like partly a reason why. But then I need to figure out what flowers I want to give Keyfree. Because like low-key want to do Hanahaki disease. In a way. So we did do that earlier in the stream. Ah, Takeo Otsuka is the VA for Sunday. Ah, okay. And the voice actor for Jinshi from Apothecary Diaries. Ah, okay. So I was like, I don't know if I recognize his name. Sometimes like I said, because I'm so bad with names, sometimes you see it like on my anime... Is that my anime list? The VA profile pictures or whatever. Their headshots, basically. I will recognize them from there and not their names sometimes. Yeah, I think we'll do majority of the pearls. Actually, maybe I should throw them in now. Otherwise, I feel like I can't place the other part. Wait, I'm so confused. I think you're the second person who talked about Coachella as well. How's that working? Is it being live streamed? I don't know enough about Coachella besides it's like a music festival basically, right? The urge to finish coloring Coco now. And finish it at your leisure. Just copy and paste this. I'll just fix the angle a bit. Okay, for this... Those are the same pearls, I guess. I'm glad. I'm glad more people are also getting into Witch Hat Atelier. Whether it's by me yapping about it or if it's on your own accord. I'm glad. Hey, cute. Whoops. Merge this down. I think we're good to go. For the most part. Oh, well. Could help myself out a little bit if I clean this up. Good. A lot of pearls, yeah. I was debating on whether or not I was gonna draw them in afterwards. Because there is like an easier way for me to do it, but I feel like with the... I guess like how I want to approach it, I feel like it would be easier for me to throw them in right now with the sketch and then we don't have to fiddle around with each individual outline later. And I know it's without context, but I just wanted to say that you made me want to learn to draw and draw flowers for my OCs. That's very cute! I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that. I always find it, like I said about, like, assigning animals to people and being like, oh, you give me this kind of vibe or whatever. I feel like flowers is, like, a fun way to also, like, kind of give the vibe of your character in a way. It's kind of fun. Also drew 5 of the Twisted Wonderland characters as anthropomorphic characters because I was wondering what they would look like. That's very awesome. I'm glad you're able to draw the characters you like in the anthropomorphic character kind of way, which is kind of neat. I think that's good practice though. Anthropomorphic characters to kind of like bridge you away from drawing just fully human characters, I guess. Drawing Hanako-kun because one of your friends is going to graduate soon and want to give her a gift and her favorite character is Hanako. Oh, cute! That's so nice. One of these days I'll draw Keyfree. For now I'll focus on OCs. Yeah! Keyfree is like incredibly pretty. I actually can't. I think that's like, it was my main motivation to like make me learn to draw more like foliage and flowers at the time, especially is because of actually let's do, what do we want to do for background? I didn't really think about that. Dang. I was like, finally we get the color Nijika, but I need to do a background first because I don't know if we want to go simple. Do we want to go I don't really need to alpha lock that. Let me see, how can I do this? Probably will keep it simple. Just for now. Can't see the bottom. What the heck? Yeah. Forget-me-nots are like one of the most prettiest flowers, I think. They're very fun to draw too. That's very cute. Have you tried making Cookie Run Kingdom fan art? I actually haven't. I do like the character designs in that, but because I don't really like play the game, I don't see myself making fan art for it as of right now. Want to add more food, flowers, or nicer backgrounds to my drawings? I think that's always nice to do. I think because I did... You'll see in tomorrow's video what I'm talking about. I did 2 more foolish backgrounds. It was a little bit of a cop-out in a certain way, but I put a little bit more detail into those ones, so I want to keep this one probably on the simple-ish side so we can just mostly focus on the character. Yeah, the grid brush is always fun. I like doing them for sketch pages because it always feels like, what is it called? Graph paper to me? That's kind of the reason why I added grids to my sketch pages mostly. So I'm just gonna fill in the flats. Or I guess like just a flat color for the entirety of the character first. That way we can alpha lock it and keep all of our colors nice and contained into one nice shape. I forgot if I had to fix the hand or not. We'll fix it during the rendering. Oops, let's see. Ah, whatever, I can manually fill it then. Forgot to put my color fill option on. It's okay. Alpha lock this, and we can start with coloring, which I'm excited to do. I did see that. The cookies actually look super cute. The collab. Yeah, I think I have a few. I think there's like the grid brush that I have in Clip Studio Paint it has like a normal grid, a thick grid, it has like a dotted one. There's like a few different choices that you can use for that, but I use that for photo cards a lot too, whenever I work on Clip Studio Paint. I just love having a good grid brush. Procreate is like, I think that one's my favorite, but I do like the fact that on Clip Studio Paint it has like a thick and a thin option for that one. Oh, let me see if I can look it up for you. Oops. Let's go to my assets. Let me see if I can find the code for you. Oof, I've downloaded way too many brushes. It's still available. I'm assuming it's this one. Nope. I think this one's the one that is mimicking the grid brush in Procreate. I don't think it's this one either. Actually, is there a way for me to check? Is there a way to check what brush it is via, like, if I click on it in Clip-Studio Paint, will it lead me to where I can find... Actually, wait, I think I found it. I've downloaded way too many brushes. There's so many pages I have to go through. I think it's this one. I'll give you the content ID so you can just copy that, because I don't want to put links into YouTube. This is the content ID for Clip-Studio Paint for the grid brushes that I use, because it's nice because there's a thin option, a thick option, and then there's like dots, like a dotted grid. I'm a brush collector. It's just fun. You see some cool brushes, I just want to try it out. To color her eyes. Such a cute color combination. Are the brushes only available in Procreate, or they're also available on Ibis? I guess it depends on what brushes you mean. I know some people make some dupes for common ones in Procreate for, let's say, Clip-Studio Paint. I'm sure there's ones for Ibis Paint as well. I'm not too sure because I don't use Ibis Paint like frequently enough for me to know. I might have made her chest a little bit too high up. Same with her collarbones. Actually, I forgot. Does she have? Let me see. I might add the translucent kind of like shawl cover that she has afterwards. So I can add it subtly either across this area and then maybe hanging off of her arm afterwards. These are nice brushes. I'm glad to hear that. I always like a good grid brush. Also, it's like it's hard not to use your brushes, or like it's hard not to collect too many brushes in Clip Studio Paint, because if you're collecting like clippy points and stuff, and you know, clippy points can technically expire. I do want to be able to buy some ones that are kind of like low-key paywalled a little bit while I can, till the next time we have like more clippy points available. Critter or Fire Alpaca? I haven't heard Fire Alpaca in forever. Critter though, I know a lot of people like using Critter, but I personally haven't used it, so I wouldn't be able to put any input there. Texture brushes, that's fair. Shadow. A little too dark. I wish I did something a little bit more waist up, maybe full body-ish, because the colors of the dress is so pretty. Use the last of your clippy points yesterday so I don't waste any when they expire. That's good. Hopefully there's not any new brushes you would want anytime soon then. Actually, they're a little bit more greeny blue, aren't they? Yellow. This color combination for eyes I always like. I think I'm already biased because my eyes are low-key more of that green blue with the yellow at the bottom. That's okay. Like Black Polar, I think maybe you should just take a break. You don't need to like force yourself to draw something, you know? Or do like mindless doodling or anything, or just, you know, just take a break overall. Don't overwork your brain if you don't need to. Might make it a little bit more softer. We'll detail the eyes a little bit more once we start to render. Oh my god, I forgot about my Discord. Oh no. But yeah, feel free to share artwork there if you'd like to. I also need to update my Patreon again. All the little doodles I've been doing in my sketchbook. Probably do it maybe in the weekend. I was drawing my new OCs and saw you were live. I like how you render your eyes. Thank you! Thank you, thank you. I hope you have fun drawing your new OC though. It's the Discord link. I haven't like promoted my Discord. That's why I feel like I don't want to invite more people into the Discord because I'm not even active on there anymore. Because it got way too overwhelming. Let me see. Oh, the Coco's very cute though. Very, very cute. I don't remember how to invite people on here. As long as you guys behave, I don't mind putting it here. For now. See if this works. Granted, I'm not very active on there anymore. Because I mostly made it because my old Twitch chat wanted a place to easily share and communicate with each other. And I think as soon as I started streaming a lot less, I started not being on the Discord as much because that was kind of its main purpose. But my lovely mods kept it alive for quite a while. The way she does her eyes are so cute. I'm gonna try to make sure I can make it as like kira kira sparkly as I can a little bit later. About eyes, I'm having an art style dilemma. I'm mostly drawing small eyes, especially that I'm drawing more handsome man. That's fine though. I feel like that's how it usually is. So there's no need to, you know, force yourself to draw larger eyes if you don't want to as well. Have you seen the first 2 episodes of Hat Atelier? I did! I already love it so much. I can't wait until Rugio shows up. It should be either in the next episode or in episode 4. I don't know when he's gonna show up. I need to see old Rugio. Yes, there's when Hat Atelier released, like on release day, they uploaded 2 episodes for the release, which was very, very kind of them to do. I love your art style so much, as well as your acrylic marker paintings. Thank you! Thank you, thank you. Oh, I see. I see the dilemma now. That's okay. Maybe draw some characters with some larger eyes for all the sparkly and shiny details that you want to do for them. Glad I can color pick for this. Pink is like a bit hard for me to color sometimes because I lean it either too peachy or too like purpley pink, if that makes sense, like too cool of the color. So I want to be able to make sure that I'm using the correct color for the most part. Yeah, no worries. Don't be too surprised if it's a little bit more dead than you might want it to be if you're trying to like share art and connect with people, only because I feel like my problem initially with the Discord, it wasn't the fact that I didn't stream too much afterwards. There was like a thing where I ended up drawing OCs from my Discord server, and I think I had more people join for the wrong reason. Unfortunately. And I think when people saw that I was no longer drawing from the Discord server, people kind of like backed off, which kind of is like, you know, a bit what I wanted. Filter some people out, you know? But it was my fault for making it that way in the first place. Her eyes remind me of Candy. They're very pretty, right? The opening is so good. I think it's because I'm also just a big fan of Eve and Suis? So like the vocalist from Yorushika? And then obviously a big fan of Eve, because my Utaite days. Because of that. Detective Pikachu, you should watch episode 2 soon. The premiere episode and episode 1? Maybe those are just the 2 episodes that are currently out. It might be just the way how they label it as well. Maybe I shouldn't lean it too purpley. I feel like I'm making it too not peachy enough. So I'm just gonna try to figure this out. So I always find pink hair hard for me to the color typically. Very cute art. Thank you. You're welcome. You'll do it after stream if you can. Just make sure it is the next episode, because I can't tell if it is because like if you're using like a different streaming app or something, maybe it's showing up as episode 1 is technically episode 2, and episode 1 was the premiere episode that you have watched. So maybe that as well, right? Yes, that's why I feel so bad that I'm not going to be able to capture it correctly. I might open... one second. We'll do this so that my Procreate doesn't make it too crusty. Because it is more of like a peachy color, and I'm leaning it a little bit too cool. I'm just gonna subtly shift these a little bit. This is probably more of the correct color now. I have to make sure I remember the heart detail on her cheek as well. Started reading the manga because of it, or because of you, so worth it. I'm glad! You guys should read the manga. It's honestly one of the most beautiful mangas I've ever seen. Like, even if you take the story out, or like all that lore and stuff, just look at the art, because the way Shirahama does like inking and detailing and all that stuff, beautiful. But also like read it for the story, because I also really like the story. It is a lengthy manga right now. Not like super long, but it's like, you know, it's still ongoing. We're up to 95 right now. Bump this up for a little bit more room. Yeah, get the manga. I only have one volume, but it's because I pre-ordered the Grimoires. The Grimoires? Grimoires? Why can't I... Am I saying it incorrectly? My brain's like buffering stuff. Oh, no. Okay. But because I bought those editions because I love the covers of it, I rather not buy like the individual mangas right now because money. But also I ended up buying the 5 volumes of the Hat Atelier Kitchen because I wanted to physically read those ones, because apparently some people said it's hard to find them online. So I'll read those ones physically. Thanks for being my chill stream for tonight. I'm drawing an OC and I've not worked on in ages. Needed some peace tonight. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad I can provide you some company. And thanks for hanging out as well, Sakura Bloom. Don't usually comment, but your videos inspire me to keep drawing. I struggle with consistency and overwhelmed with other guides on YouTube, but your content keeps me helps me relax and keep trying. Thank you. Oh, I'm glad to hear that as well. Thank you. I'm glad my stuff isn't like overwhelming to you guys. I'm always glad you guys find them typically more like cozy or calm or peaceful, despite sometimes I feel like my brain deadness might come across in some of the videos, especially maybe tomorrow's voiceover. because I feel like I recorded that too late at night. So hopefully that's not the case, but thank you. I always appreciate you guys are always being so sweet. So sweet. Always. Cute little tattoo bosu. By the way, because I don't have like a set time on when I'm gonna end stream, if I end abruptly, I apologize. I want to see how much we can get done though. Oops, I forgot this isn't alpha locked. Hello, Milky Cloud. Welcome. Winding down for the night. Bye bye. Thank you very much for coming to the stream, though, Luna. Have a good rest of your night. Want to comment more? I just forget to. That's okay. You guys never need to feel pressured to comment, you know? This guy's such a little cutie. I love like the shape of Teru Bozus. They're so cute. I find those funny. They're all over the place in a good way. Thanks. This is done for my OC. Gonna take a break from my Wacom. Now I'm finished coloring shading Coco finally. Good luck. Very productive, I guess. Love your content. Love to Draw Manga was the channel where I saw your OCs and heard about your channel. I'm so glad that I'm able to enjoy your amazing art. Thank you! I'm always like forever thankful to them. They're always very, very sweet. Both Rebecca and Reagan. Very, very kind people. These are blue. Okay, my white pearls and our pretty kind of rainbow clouds, which is very cute. I still didn't alpha lock this, what the heck? I started trying Procreate honestly because of your content. Well, I'm glad. Well, depends. I hope you're enjoying Procreate. That's all I can say. Ah, I love your rendering style. It's the reason why I found my style inspired by yours. Oh, it's so sweet! Thank you. Why is everyone being so sweet now? Why? I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Hi, do you have a favorite OC that you created? Mine is Masaki. Thank you for liking Masaki. I would say either Masaki or Selwyn. Masaki is like forever my favorite child type of thing. You know, nothing will ever replace my good boy. My favorite son. But I do love Selwyn a lot, and I feel like that's because that's the way he was supposed to be made. That was the whole purpose of him, right? It's not bad, it's a bit of a learning curve. I think definitely, right? The UI especially is very different. Has a lot more like hidden menus, hidden features rather than being all accessible like right off the bat. But for me it's like the most, it might be also in conjunction maybe with the Apple Pencil and the iPad, I'm not too sure. But for me it feels the most natural, right? Coming from more of a traditional art background, it feels the most like comfortable for me to use typically. But I still enjoy like using Paint Tool Sai, Clip Studio Paint. I enjoyed my time using Ibis Paint, but I do feel Ibis is a little bit more clunky. And because I was like impatient while using it, because I was primarily using it for a video, I don't think I had the best results. My rendering is also inspired by your style. Only difference is I like more texture in mine, and I low-key do double color liner instead of one. It looks nice when it's done though. Oh, cool. I don't know if I've ever seen like double color liner. That's very neat. But thank you. I'm curious. I don't remember if it was in one of your videos or not, but is Selwyn related to any of your other OCs? So this is how I usually kind of like categorize my OCs. You're either in Masaki's universe or you're not. Selwyn is not. He's completely in a different universe, I guess, like separate. And if I were ever to make like a story for Masaki, Selwyn's gonna be like what you see on Masaki's TV kind of thing, like, as a cameo. Same with like Hansuke. Hansuke is like the Hello Kitty of like Masaki's world, where he's just like a mascot character. But oftentimes, obviously, draw Hansuke as like a moving, breathing green cat. But then for why did I make this one significantly longer? That's actually okay. We'll extend this one a bit later. But Selwyn's gonna be like, you know, he's just a fantasy in a a TV show to Masaki's world. It's just sometimes when I do more like, I guess technically it would be like fourth wall breaking when I drew Selwyn meeting my other OCs. Technically, if I had to make a story, it would never happen, but it's just fun to make them interact if I can. That makes sense. When I went to university, I was on Photoshop CS7 and used that for the longest time. I feel that's understandable though, right? Especially for that time. Especially with, now it's like a subscription base, which we all hate. But I remember for a long time, I would actually use CS3, I think, or CS2, just to do editing things. Oh, I think I actually have to go now. Family members are home. But thanks for hanging out, guys. I'll talk to you guys next time. I don't know if I can figure out the, what is that called? The capture card. We'll stream Poptopia one night, okay? But for now, I'm gonna head off. But we'll finish Nijika another time. Maybe I'll finish her off stream so I can give this as a gift. But thanks for hanging out, guys. I'll talk to you guys next time. I know I said it will be kind of like abrupt. So yeah, bye!